Oof. All right. Are we live? Could anyone hear me? Or am I just speaking into the void? Give me some sort of confirmation. Wow. So this is crazy. Wow. Okay, so in this stream I want to talk about exactly what the thumbnail title says. President Trump has been shot, and it is extremely, extremely heartbreaking. I I nearly have no words. I thought it was a joke when I first was told that President Trump has been shot at a rally. This is something that you read about in a history book, right? This isn't something that happens in 2024. And I think this just is it's such a reflection of how deeply divided that we all are. And I don't know if I could play the video. I don't want to get flagged, but the video is terrifying, right? You hear some shots, right? You see Trump touch his ear and he goes down, right? And then he's immediately ambushed with his Secret Service team, and it's wild. But I want to talk about what Patrick Bet-David said. He wrote, "Shots fired at Trump rally. Character assassination failed. Attempt to deplete savings failed. Attempt to silence failed. Only one option left: actual assassination attempt, which has now failed. I've been saying repeatedly, double down on private security." Wow. I can't believe this just happened. And honestly, it has also been so telling of what the media is going through right now. Like, I love what Cody Sanchez said. She says, "We do not hate the media enough. CNN, you are a joke." And this is what CNN's coverage looks like. Secret Service rushes Trump off stage after he falls at rally. Do you guys see that? Do you see this? Secret Service rushes Trump off stage after he falls at rally. Now, I know I know you guys are here, right? I know a lot of the people who watch these things, you guys are on Twitter, you guys are on X, you guys consume your news from other than, what's on mainstream media. But I'm thinking about the millions of Americans who still watch just cable, right? Like, that's how they get their news. They watch CNN, they turn on the TV, they watch what's on there, and that's it, right? And imagine the people who are just going to be seeing this headline and they're going to say, "Oh, he just fell. This guy. What is this? It is insane. It is insane." But no, this is deeply sad. So we're going to go through a lot of what I've been saying over the past couple hours, and I don't know. I think this is going to be extremely telling of what's going to be coming in this election season, right? Because we know it's been incredibly aggressive lately, and it's just going to get worse. Logan Paul posted this picture saying, "The most gangster image of all time." The Nate Show says, "And yet he ultimately banked off it." You know, I guess you could say that. I don't think President Trump was trying to make bank off of nearly getting shot. I mean, that could totally be your perspective. I'm just thinking about this from the perspective of some family members that he had there. Imagine Barron, his son, being in the crowd, seeing his dad, hearing some gunshots, seeing his dad grab his head and fall down. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine seeing that from the perspective of seeing your father just go down. Like, that's crazy. So, in the same way that I don't think Trump wanted to get a mugshot taken, he didn't want to get convicted. People are saying a lot of the perspective from the left is, okay, well, he got convicted, so now he made money off of it because he ultimately made what, $30 million from small donors, right after his conviction came out. You could say that. You could say that. But at the end of the day, like, I don't think that was his intention. I think his intention was to just have a rally, to rally behind voters, communicate his message, and But a lot of people think this was staged. A lot of people think that this was fake. I was going to share this later, but I'll share this right now. Josh Gad. I actually like this guy. I really, really like this guy a lot. Right? He is in some of my favorite movies, and I really respect his opinion. But a lot of people from the left are suggesting that this was staged. Right? Look what he says. He says, "I'm very confused by what I just watched, and I'm looking at for an expert to explain. The former president was somehow shot by a gun at a rally at close contact, wasn't that close, which seems to graze his ear, and the Secret Service allows him to then pose for 10 seconds, pump his fist, and say, fight, fight, fight. Don't you rush him away and out of danger? Isn't there still a risk?" Right now, he says he's genuinely asking, and I believe him. But look at some of these comments. A lot of people are saying this is staged. And if you don't believe me, go on the New York Times on your Instagram and look at what they posted and look at their comment section. Their comment section is wild. They are completely for him. They're completely for this idea of it being staged. They think it was fake. They think, oh my gosh, like how'd they miss? Like what the heck? Like he wanted this, he wanted the photo op. And it's just ridiculous. Nicole writes, I also don't understand where the bullet went. Now, if you take a second, you will learn that there was a crossfire, right? A woman behind him died. The bullet was supposed to go to him, and they missed, and now someone's dead, right? I believe two spectators were dead, and not including the shooter, I've heard was confirmed dead. But it's just wild. But I do want to keep going. I love what Anthony wrote. He says, "Whatever your politics, this will be an iconic image for decades to come." Now, I don't really care too much about the image, but I do think this is like whatever your politics are, whether you're on the left or on the right, like this should be scary, right? Like to me, it's just a reflection of how divided we are culturally and just socially, right? Like politically, we are so politically divided. It's nasty, and I don't know. I believe the shooter was an Antifa member, and it just says so much. I love what Link Lauren wrote. He says, praying for Donald Trump, his family, campaign staff, and supporters in the crowd. And oh my goodness, like this is a sad day, right? There were no Secret Service on the roofs. There's some conspiracy as to why the Secret Service didn't didn't really check out the roofs, and I'll play that video right now. It's kind of crazy. All right, let me know.
But we could hear them.
Let me know if you could hear this. All right.
And watch and listen to the rally. Right, we couldn't see them.
Could you guys hear
but
this?
We could
I'm
hear
not
them.
sure.
So we watched.
Awesome. So this person said he wasn't at the rally, but he was near the rally, right? I believe he was watching from his home because that's how large this event was. But this guy says that he informed because he saw the shooter. He saw the shooter clear as day. He saw the shooter on the roof waiting, and he informed the Secret Service or the local police, and they didn't do anything. Now I'll just let this play out, but that should terrify you.
And watch and listen to the rally. Right, we couldn't see them, but we could hear them. So we walked up, and probably 5 to 7 minutes of Trump speaking. I'm estimating here. I have no idea. But we noticed the guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, we're pointing.
Wow.
We're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle.
A rifle.
We could clearly see him with a rifle. Absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey, man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police were like, huh, what? Like they didn't know what was going on. We're like, hey, right here on the roof. We can see him from right here. We see him. He's crawling. And next thing you know, I'm thinking to myself, why is Trump still speaking? Why have they not pulled him off the stage? I'm standing there pointing at him for, 2-3 minutes. Secret Service is looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at that roof, just standing there like this. And next thing you know, 5 shots ring out.
So you're certain that the shots came from that guy on the roof?
100%. 100%.
And
Wow.
he was up there for a couple of minutes.
He was up
You
there.
saw him up there for a couple of minutes.
Absolutely. At least 3
And
to
you
4 minutes.
And you were telling
Yep.
police and the Secret Service.
We were telling the police. We were pointing at them for the Secret Service, who were looking at us from the top of the barn. They were looking at us the whole time when we were standing by that tree.
Could they see him?
Binoculars.
Could they see him?
Probably not,
Wow.
because the roof, the way the slope went, he was behind where they could see. But why is there not Secret Service on all of these roofs here? I mean, this is not a big place.
Did you see? I mean, obviously, everyone, when the shooting started, everyone was.
Wow. And Elon Musk actually demanded that the person in charge of this security detail be fired, right? Because they just didn't listen to this guy. They didn't listen to this guy. This guy was saying, "I don't know why President Trump is still speaking. Like, there's this guy with a gun on a roof. I don't know what's going on." It is so sad. Something I also saw, which is interesting, Colin Rugg, he posted this saying, "Just in, doctor who tried saving someone's life at the rally recalls what he experienced. Emergency room doctor was interviewed." Now, this guy talks about, because like I said, there was a casualty, right? Because Trump was just grazed, right? But the bullet did go somewhere, and this is this person's first-hand experience.
What did you see, sir?
I heard the shots. I thought it was firecrackers to begin with. Somebody over there was screaming, "He's been shot, he's been shot." So I made my way over. I said, "I'm an emergency department physician. Let me help you." The guy had spun around, was jammed between the benches. He had a headshot here. There was lots of blood, and he had brain matter there. And so I got him. There's a helicopter coming in to get him. So I got people there really helpful. I got
Was
him
there only
up
one
on the
person
bench.
shot that you saw?
Then I did CPR, did chest compressions,
Wow.
as well as I breathed for him.
One person.
I was the only one
You
that
guys,
did
we
it.
need to evacuate everybody.
What did
You're right. RFK definitely does need Secret Service, and this is precisely why, because our country is so disgustingly divided that people are resorting to assassination, and it is, oh my gosh, man. I don't know if you guys have probably already seen this as well, but after Trump was grazed, he started chanting, "Fight, fight, fight." Wow. Yeah, someone said this might have sealed the election for Trump. And I was having that conversation, before I was having that conversation before we started recording. And, historically, like after this happened to other presidential candidates, like in the ratings, they shot up like 20 points. Like that's crazy, right? So for Trump to see a skyrocket in approval rating, like that does not seem out of the question at all, right? And I also wanted to share let's see. I have so many tabs open here. Candace Owens, she wrote, "No words. Donald J. Trump for president of the United States. The election is now over." A lot of people are saying this. It is crazy. Robert F. Kennedy tweeted, also, huge shout out to RFK Jr. Because he got this out pretty fast, right? Unlike President Biden. President Biden took a really, really long time to release his message. It's absurd. People were making fun of President Biden. People were like, "Dude, what are you doing? Oh my gosh, this actually this really, really funny tweet from Craig. He was saying that during the debate, President Biden tweeted like 48 times during the debate while he was on stage, right? And he wasn't talking about this for like 1-2 hours. And now this is what he wrote. He wrote, "I have been briefed on the shooting at Donald Trump's rally in Pennsylvania. I'm grateful to hear that he's safe and doing well. I'm praying for him and his family and for all those who were at the rally as we wait further information. Jill and I are grateful to the Secret Service for getting him to safety. There's no place for this kind of violence in America. We must unite as one nation to condemn it." There we go. And, oh, this is that tweet that I was telling you about. Biden tweets during the debate, 48 Biden tweets after Trump shot. Even President Barack shared his thoughts. I don't have that up here though. But RFK's response says, "Now is the time for every American who loves our country to step back from the division, renounce all violence, and unite in prayer for President Trump and his family." Wow. It is crazy. Also, something that I was not expecting at all, because Elon Musk, I don't know if you guys are following Elon Musk at all, but Elon Musk, for the past like year, he said that he was not going to be endorsing any presidential candidate. And for a long time, I thought he was going to endorse RFK Jr. I really, really did. Right. To me, there was a lot of evidence to suggest that he was for RFK and he was for his movement. And I still think he might be. But it looks like after today, his thought is, "I fully endorse President Trump." So, man, yeah, a lot of things have happened today. Ashley St. Clair said, "If you are an X, you witnessed an assassination attempt on President Trump in real time. If you are reading Regimen from Regimen Media, like CNN, Washington Post, you believe Trump fell on stage because of loud noises." Oh, man. Really? Look at this. The Washington Post. Trump escorted away after loud noises. Really? Have you guys seen the video? It is so clear. My goodness. And this is the worst one, really. CNN. Secret Service rushes Trump off stage after he falls at rally. Man. Yeah, what MK says, "What a hypocrite. Won't give RFK Secret Service protection," and tweets that. Really? Honestly. I even wrote in my community post, I even made a community post and I wrote, "Praying for President Trump and his family and the supporters at the rally. Remember, people before parties. Whatever side of the political aisle you stand on, this is heartbreaking reflection of the state of the division of this country." It totally cut it out. This is a heartbreaking reflection of the state of division of this country. It absolutely is. And man, like I wrote in the thumbnail, I really don't have a lot of words here. And I think I'm just heartbroken. I'm heartbroken that people are resorting to this sort of behavior. I I don't know. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. I'm gonna be praying for President Trump, be praying for his family, and I'm gonna be praying for just the people involved here. Yeah, this is heartbreaking. Anyways, that's gonna be all. This is really short. I just wanted to get this out there, and thank you so much for watching. If you disagree with me, that's fine. You know, you have your perspective, I have mine. That's completely okay. Hope you have a great day, and thank you so much.